Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Conspiracy Theory here on Tarot Talk Live. My name is Catherine, and I'm the host of this channel. And I am here to bring you a special episode. And we are going to be looking into the specific energies of some of we're going to be doing a deep dive is what I'm going to say. Also, I do want to apologize. I did realize that we skipped over our dear Queen Whitney Houston. And for that reason, we are going to be doing a special deep dive into that energy. And I have some questions already lined up and ready to go. I thought that I touched on this before, and I may have in other conspiracy theory episodes, but please go back and check the playlist and see if I did. As a matter of fact, hold on one second. Yep, no, guys, sorry. I definitely confirmed that we have not done a deep dive on the dear Whitney Houston. So we are going to be doing that today. But before we get into that, I did want to welcome you to my other channels, Queen Cancer Tarot, and She Reads Tarot. The links for both channels are below. Please go and subscribe. I'm not currently accepting reading requests right now or new bookings. I'm on a bit of a pause. I did have surgery on my left hand, and, I didn't realize exactly how out of commission I would be. It's just I'm not able to really do much of anything. So the way I shuffle the cards has been different. So the way that I pull the cards has been a little different. And I found a variation that I feel like works really well. I may even do this in the future, even after I am healed, y'all, because it is just less stress on me and it's less stress on the cards, Also, I will be going live, you guys, once we get to 100 subscribers. So please help the channel grow, you guys. All right. And here I come. And if you could please do me a favor, hit that like button right there. Should be right around that area. Go ahead and hit the like button. It really, really will help us grow. And that is the goal. Help us reach 100 subscribers by making sure you are subscribed to the channel. I will be doing a live watch party, and we will be doing some giveaways, and I will be taking your questions live, and we're going to have fun. Okay. We're going to do some tarot trivia, and we are going to come up with some fun ideas for the channel. All right, so it's just going to be a good time. Okay, so let's get started. So I apologize, you guys, that I did miss the Queen during the reading. I skipped over because I didn't pull the tarot cards, and I was like, wait, let me go back. And then after I announced it, then I moved on to the next one. So my brain just kind of moved forward, skipped past it for a reading, and I'm glad that I did. So if you guys missed the previous episode, number 67, please go and watch it. Because what we're going to be talking about in the next several episodes of Conspiracy Theories, I'm going to focus on doing, oops, sorry guys. See, I knew that was something was going to happen with that. Okay, sorry. I'm making a mess. That's okay. I welcome all. I don't welcome any distractions, but if one comes, then I'll pay attention to it. Because I'm like, okay, why did that happen? But what we're going to be doing is doing a deep dive into these specific questions that we ask in theories, conspiracy theories, events that have come up, wanting to know if they actually took place or if they were staged, if someone made it happen. Okay. Okay. If somebody caused harm to someone and made it look like it was something else, like an overdose. Okay. So we're going to take a deep dive. Some of them I've already done deep dives on, and I've done deep dives on the William McCaslin situation. Go check that out. You can check the previous episodes out. Go look through the playlist. But I have not touched on Whitney. So we're just going to see. This is for entertainment purposes only. I want you all to remember everything I say is alleged. All of this is alleged. Okay. This is energy. We're just looking to see what the energy says. Energy doesn't lie. So we're going to take a look at that. But what I am speaking on has not been proven, but it has come up. There have been questions. So we all know about the events surrounding Whitney's passing. She was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trailblazer, songwriter, person, mother, sister, friend. She had a lot of extended family or friends that were like family. Let's put it that way. I was blessed to be able to see Whitney in her latter days, should I say, prior to her going away from here. And it was after she cleaned herself up and gotten things together. And had a lot of good people on her side. I was very frustrated when I found out about other people potentially being involved with Whitney at the time. I felt like it was the wrong crowd for her. We all know. Who I'm speaking of. I felt like he was too young for her. So, as you know, you guys, I've recently had hand surgery. Let's see. So I have come up with a different way of pulling the cards so it's less stress on me and my hands and my wrists and everything else that has been problematic for me. All right. So as I go to therapy and things strengthen, I will be able to get back to certain ways of doing things. But for now, I'm taking it easy and doing what my doctor and the surgeon and the team has recommended I do. So, all right. So let's start with the first question. Okay. Was this accidental or did something more sinister occur? I'm just going to pull a few cards here. It says massive regrets here. First card out. I want to make sure you guys see the cards. Masculine energy having massive regret. I miss you. Well, listen. So before I pull the third card, we already know that she was with another much younger R&B singer that was involved with her at the time. They hadn't come out publicly, but it was a known thing that they were hanging out in this way. And it seemed inappropriate to me, okay? Because she could have been this person's mother, all right? Hold on a second. I think I have a package. Well, you guys, for once I was spot on. That was a package for me. So, and it was something that I definitely needed to bring in. It was a care package from very, very, very wonderful people that um, I work with. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So thank you, energy going that way. Um, yeah, so that was a package. Sorry, guys. But with massive regrets and I miss you, we all know, like I say, the this R&B singer, okay, and his sister. It's interesting that we have this masculine and feminine energy here with I miss you. And wasn't there a song that the sisters sang? Hmm, interesting. Interesting, y'all. Just interesting. But massive regrets. Some sort of a masculine energy with massive regrets. Missing. Could it be Whitney? Could this be after the fact? Third card. Oh my God. Y'all, toxic lifestyle drinking. Whew. So this is like one of the last two questions that I was going to ask in this whole series of events, but we are going to lead up to it. So please keep that where it is. Let's go ahead and look at the tarot messages as it applies to this, because that is concerning for me. Because yes, that is definitely very toxic, but why would this masculine energy be regretful? And, you know, I've had some good results from this deck, so I'm going to use it here. And I'm going to cut and pull out of this deck. Okay, so we're going to cut the deck and pull from the top. Five of Pentacles, regretful. This is someone who has done something. There's an energy of being disgraced, feeling the loss and feeling obligated, feeling almost like there's some sort of a hardship that is instantly being felt, feeling like they're going to be instantly outed or put on the outside. Why is that? Well, under the deck, we have the Lovers. Okay, so listen, this is two people in a relationship. Okay, so interesting, and we have Justice here. This is all about karma or karmic. Okay, this could also represent some sort of consequence of this relationship could hit the fan. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, and again, this is someone who is not really committed. This is someone who's kind of going back and forth. We all know that this person was not definitely not settled down by any means. Very wild out there. Their name was in those streets. Okay, known for being out in the streets. There was some sort of regret for this. I'm doing a good job. I haven't dropped an entire deck yet. I have to hold them with my other hand, though, guys. I can't really hold the weight of the cards all together too long. I want to put as less strain as possible on this hand. I cannot, the pain that I felt after that first day when I tried to do that, even though it was less than, a pound, these cards don't weigh a full pound. It's still me holding it. You know what I mean? The fact of like even using a muscle has been a problem. So I just haven't. But I'm sorry. So under the deck here, so we have the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. This is a passionate affair, a love affair. So this is like almost like, I don't want to say a one night stand, but I'm going to say someone who had feelings, but they weren't settled down. This wasn't like we were going public, we were going to be a couple. Maybe we're going public that we're messing around. See, we have the Queen of Wands coming through. So this is just giving me energy of, some sort of third party. This wasn't very serious. We have the Page of Cups coming through. So this is some sort of a message, but these were people that were kind of like keeping this, keeping people in their head wondering. They weren't really announcing this. This was kind of like almost like on the down low. Wasn't information that really was supposed to come out like that. But again, we have toxic lifestyle. Okay. So this was obviously led up to some point here. So this appears to be massive regrets, I miss you, and toxic lifestyle. It's like, I feel like thinking about commitment, but with the Judgment card, it's almost like they're concerned about themselves. Tell me more about drinking and toxic lifestyle, because there is somebody who is giving someone else. They're putting something in someone else's mouth. So was this something that someone did? Did someone supply, you know what I mean, her with this, physically give her something? Or did she accidentally take something even that someone else gave her? You know what I mean? Well, we have the Eight of Swords. This has to do with being bound, tied up, hands were tied. Being tied down, not having anything to do with this is what I'm getting. Under the deck, the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment. Someone, it's like they were fulfilling wishes for money. The Ten of Pentacles is coming through after the Nine of Cups. So this is all about wish fulfillment. We have the Star. Someone wanted to be in the public eye, or someone wanted to be a star, or this was all about someone's celebrity and fulfilling a wish. And then we have the World. So there was some sort of this was like a means to an end of someone's celebrity, but this also had to do with someone else wanting some sort of overnight success. They weren't in it because they truly had committed to this person, but this was because of some sort of a toxic lifestyle mixed in with what this person wanted. Interesting. And we're going to move on to the next question. Is it true that people such as Eddie and Clive, Ray J and Brandy were attending the party, which they were all in attendance, or I feel like guests of this party that was taking place in the very same hotel where Whitney lay already having transitioned? Were they aware while they were performing this celebration that some, like, tend to call a ritual? We have police station. This talks about perhaps a crime or an emergency having occurred, right? An awareness of police having been contacted or reached out to. Oh my gosh, y'all. Need I say more? Need I say more? Can the energy be more on point? Y'all, I'm telling you, these readings have been off the chain. Oh, we got it again. Effed up over you, messed up over you. We're going to cover that up very, very well here so that YouTube does not have any issues. Okay, this is someone who's feeling very, very guilty, or they've done something wrong, or they are aware of this. And, this is like, wow. There's awareness. They are messed up that this has taken place, but this is going on as if it were some sort of a planned event. We're going to cut out the cards here. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, this is all about waiting for something, watching it while it was taking place. Okay, there's an awareness, there's an energy of sitting right next to it and waiting on things to unfold. They knew there was an awareness. And with the Three of Cups, this is all about celebration, having a good time, getting together, celebrating. You know what I'm saying? As if nothing was even happening. And waiting on the shoe to drop. Do you know what I mean? The Four of Swords. Need I say more? Someone sleeping on the truth. With the Three of Swords here hanging over their head, over their body, knowing that this is looming, that this loss is getting ready to be announced to the world. They were getting together for an optic. Was it for an optic? Well, we have the Nine of Wands. This is all alleged. Everything I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only. This entire channel is for entertainment purposes only. But the Nine of Wands is someone who is, shall I say, working very hard. Someone who is kind of holding it down, or they're maintaining some sort of an image. They're being very resilient. They're acting as though nothing is happening. Okay. This also is a card of, for me, someone who is trying to fix something. Self-improvement is what it is. And again, this is all about their image. Okay. They want to be on that end of, wow, on their big night. They never really were aware of what was happening. And look, the Eight of Pentacles, also about working. People who are focused on themselves. They didn't want to lose money. If you think about all the advertisers, all of the things that were, in line, what was going on. This was a money event. And with the Fool, there's an energy of, I feel like acting like they had no clue, acting like they had no awareness whatsoever Once again, with the Page of Cups, wow, acting surprised, like they had no idea that this was happening. But with the Four of Wands, this was commitment. This was all about commitments that they had, previous commitments, money to be made. Okay. And they basically made a decision, and it seemed like it was a business decision. There's also some sort of reward. There's some sort of promise or reward of payment. Yeah, they were expecting rewards. They were expecting money. Okay. They were expecting advertisers. These events, there were going to be payoffs. Okay. Now, was there a payoff for this taking place? Did Whitney get a bad mix that someone was aware of? Or was this a true accidental overdose that she still may have received from someone else? Was this a purposeful? It says workplace affair. So I'm getting an energy of with affair. This is like someone who she's involved with, and they also had some sort of action that they took, they were working towards. I don't know what this implies or who this is, but we have not happy here. Who wasn't happy? Was Whitney not happy and decided she didn't want to have anything to do with this anymore? And other people were like not wanting to go in that direction. We have ashamed here. Guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. Was Whitney starting to consciously not be happy with this whole situation? Is someone ashamed of what they did? Well, we got bad credit, debt, and unemployed. They were ashamed, they weren't happy, they were guilty, but there was some sort of debt that had to be paid, or someone who didn't have money or didn't have the job or wasn't bringing it in the way they used to, wanted to start having some sort of opportunities. And this was part of some sort of a deal or commitment, okay, with other people. So was there a cover-up attempt? Okay. Were there bigger people involved? Okay. Were there bigger people involved that employed other people? Let's see. Were there bigger people involved that employed other people? We have block, spam calls, text. I feel like bigger people employ smaller people and then cut ties with these people. Running. Do you see this? They block these people and cut ties with these people. Do you see what I'm saying? There's an energy of once this happens, it's done. Look at this, y'all. Do you see the cards that are coming out? I am just amazed. Thug. This is someone who committed some sort of crime for someone, a lower level petty person that is on the smaller scale of things, but they are blocked from the bigger party. Let's pull one more. Goodbye. See what I mean? There's an energy of, once this is done, once we pay you off for this, once you get what we promised, we're done. There's no connection. We can't help you. You have to be responsible for yourself. If you get caught, you get caught. If you speak or even think about us, that'll be the end of you. Do you see what I'm saying? There was definitely Someone who was made to understand that there was to be no connection and that you're on your own once you do this, but you're doing it for whatever your reasons are, and you're going to get that. See, we have the 10 of Cups, friends and family, someone close, financial stability, and look, the 7 of Cups. Okay, this is someone who's looking at everything they're going to receive if they do this. This is also someone who is doing something on the inside, someone who is close. And wow, 7 of Cups is all about confusion. See, 3 of Swords, there was some sort of, I'm going to say betrayal. I'm going to just go there. And it caused some sort of a loss. This had to do with the loss. And look, the 8 of Cups, walking away. Emotionally overwhelmed. Not being able to sleep. Not being able to deal with what they've done. Secrets, the moon under the deck. This is weighing on them. The 4 of Cups, this is all about isolation. This is all about it's like someone who's emotionally trying to separate themselves from a situation, but they have secrets that they can't walk away from. They're trying to separate themselves from secrets. This is someone who is under some sort of torment, is all I can say. Now, let's go back to the beginning. Did this lover that Whitney was involved with supply her with lethal concoction of chemicals that ended her presence here? Divine Feminine. So I'm going to show you the card that's under the deck that was after the 8 of Cups. Divine Feminine High Priestess. It's not the Empress, but it's the High Priestess here. So they were trying to get away from something that they knew they had done. This is in their conscious. This is that third eye energy. This is spirit and judgment. See, they're trying to run away from judgment here. See, I could keep going. And now we have the King of Swords coming through. This person was trying to run from the truth of what they had done. There was some responsibility here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull these cards out. I could have kept going. I should have. Okay. After the moon and the 4 of Cups, I was like, yeah, they're trying to disconnect from some sort of secret. But to keep going, this was something that they couldn't get out of their head about this divine feminine energy. GPS. See, they didn't want to be tracked. They didn't want to be found out. They were trying to run away. Look at this, running away from this divine feminine energy. They knew what they had done. There's an energy under pressure. Look at this, anxiety, decision, time's running out. And see, there's an energy of yes, in fact. Like this was a direction. This was someone who had directions. They knew where they were going. Do you know what I'm saying? This wasn't by chance that they ended up in the situation, is what I'm saying here with GPS. Divine feminine, this also talks about an abundance of something. And now we have under pressure, time running out, decisions, under anxiety. This person had money issues, perhaps. We have the 2 of Cups. Okay, this could be a relationship, someone in a relationship with this divine feminine energy. Yeah, we have the Page of Wands, taking action, not thinking things through, not taking the time to think things through, regardless of the connection. There's an energy of not taking time to think about how this would affect the other person. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, this is someone who is guarded. They are keeping some sort of secret. This is also someone who is being very possessive or having money issues. Okay, that Four of Pentacles can talk about money instability. Period. Period. They're having money problems. You see all the green here? Okay, and they're even wearing green. And then we have green again, the Knight of Wands. Someone taking action, okay, because of their money problems, and they're doing it hot tempered. They're doing it under pressure. They're doing it without thinking about the other person. They're doing it without taking time to think about the consequences of what is going to happen and what they're actually doing. This is somebody who is in a high level of anxiety, but with GPS, this is someone who definitely is taking some premeditated turns and twists to get to their final destination here. Wow. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. And look, we have the Eight of Wands. This is all about movement. Moving quickly, a lot of communication, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now we have moving quickly and now the Knight of Pentacles. This is all about taking your time. But see, this person's under pressure because time is running out. See what I'm saying? Interesting here how that's coming through. So I want to know, does the sister suspect that the brother, is this why they fell out, Brandy and Ray J? I'm just asking. Does she suspect that her brother may have done something, whether it was an accident or not? Does she suspect this and feel that he may have ruined the legacy? Trap. Trap. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Divine masculine. And see, we have divine feminine previously, and now we have trap and divine masculine. Does she feel as though her brother was set up, or that her brother set someone up, or that, you know what I mean? Or that her brother was set up to do this? Trapped. Look, love child. See, there's an energy of later in life. See, this younger person and this older person, this is obviously father and child, or someone holding a baby, but there's this connotation of being trapped. Fake busy. That's an indication of pretending to be working but not working. Does she think that her brother was caught up and felt trapped and that he had to do certain things because there was no real work coming through financially? Page of Swords. This is all about a lot of questions and someone who is definitely curious, definitely asking a lot of questions and wanting to know what's going on. We have the Three of Wands. Okay, this is someone who is, this talks about growth or expansion, someone who's they're going to the next phase, or they're trying, it's almost like this is somebody who's really asking questions and trying to get answers. They're trying to find out, they're trying to get somewhere. They're trying to find out what happened. Okay. It's also an energy of somebody who has a lot of anxiety and someone who is trying to move forward in their career, perhaps, and may be concerned about this. Well, we have the King of Pentacles. There it is. Financial security, all about work, all about money, all this green, if you notice, in all three of these cards. Coming through very strong. Lots of green. Everybody's wearing green. Everybody is wearing green. This person is wearing green as well. 7 of Wands. Very defensive about being very protective and keeping this money safe. Trying to keep the business safe. You understand? This is what this was all about. Interesting that even looks like a female who is some sort of a starlet or a celebrity, doesn't it? That's interesting. Seems like she dressed like that too. And I think her hair has been a different color, red at one point. Y'all, remember when her hair was red and she wore her hair like straight? Y'all remember? I know I do. We have rooted here underneath the deck. Interesting. That's the Emperor. And wow, the Empress. Okay, this is all about keeping it in the family. Okay. Divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Creating, rooted, and creator. There's an energy of being safe, being secure in this whole lifestyle, wanting to remain safe and not wanting anything to mess that up. See, the 5 of Cups is all about thinking about loss. Loss of friends, loss of family. But there's still these 2 cups back here that this person is looking out for. Who is the 2 of Cups? Well, Ace of Cups here. A new start. We could start over. We could rebuild our image. We could have a whole new opportunity if we just follow through and do what people say. And with that 5 of Swords, that's all about mind games. I'm just going to end it here, y'all. And we have the 9 of Swords. That's betrayal. I'm done. My chest hurts right now. And the Magician. Okay, this is the energy of somebody who is calling the shots, making things happen, or has some sort of purpose, or someone who's very ambitious. Okay, that is the end of our reading for Whitney Houston. You let me know if you feel that it was real or was it staged. I love you guys, and we are going to be moving on to the next one, which is number 3 that we discussed in our series in the previous episode, and that was Marilyn Monroe. So stay tuned. In the next conspiracy theory, we will be doing a deeper dive into that, and we'll see if that situation was an accidental situation, real, or was it staged to look like that. Take care, and I'll see you on the next conspiracy. Bye.